actually, I'm an African-American male, and I want to let you know that, no, you're not an evil guy, you're not racist, you know, none of these little other crazy little
Sure. No, I mean, I was being sarcastic, and I was saying the media sells that image so strong that some people actually think it's good to make movies where white people are the devil, or it's okay for black folks to go beat up white people. But then that's only a cover story by the media acting liberal. They're behind the scenes, and the apple of their eye, who they really want to kill, is black people. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I just want to let you know that you're inspiration to me also, because I actually am thinking about starting my own talk show.
Do it.
You know, and but yeah, I just want to let you know. I just want to put that out there. You know, you're a good man, and keep doing what you're doing. And I support you 100%.
Well, Jason, I appreciate your support. We couldn't do it without you. I was kind of getting a little crazy and sarcastic just because I'm so sick of it. I mean, I grew up in Dallas with white friends, black friends, Hispanic friends, and we didn't hear all this race stuff, and it wasn't always on the news, and everybody got along really good. I saw a few things, but now, does it seem to you, Jason, that now the media just hypes it 24/7 and trying to make everybody uncomfortable?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the media is propaganda a whole bunch of, a whole slew of lies, you know, especially televising it, you know, and the internet, they twist and, you know, convert things, and, you know, but...
Did you see my point about Fox? How their owner is funding the guy running the mosque, they're funding Machete, the Rockefellers are funding all the liberation, you know, groups. I mean, it's so clear what they're doing.
Yeah, actually, I got a video, I got a YouTube channel, and I posted a couple of videos on those topics of, of course, the lithium in the water, and also the aid that they denied the 9/11 workers. You know, I got several other topics posted on my YouTube.
Well, give us your
channel.
YouTube channel, Jason.
Yeah, it's Misanthrope. Actually, I'm gonna spell it out for you. It's MISANTHROPII.
What is a misanthrope? I've seen that word before.
Yeah, I guess it's, well, basically distrust of, you know, of humans, but I mean, I'm using that term for...
Yeah, no, for the establishment. I hear you. Hey, man, awesome. Good to hear from you. I'm going to cram in a few more before the transmission ends, or I could do the whole hour, I guess. I got all this news here, but I do have a lot of work to get done. It's very simple. They want our activism to be white activism or black activism or Hispanic activism, so that it's all about what color we are, instead of I'm for the Bill of Rights and Constitution. And that's why these big foundations want to make sure that all the activism is about liberation theology, because it feels good at a tribal level, and there's some truth to it. You know, that you know, that's what it's the family and then the group and then everything else. But if we see each other as the human species, and we have aberrant psychopaths who can be black, white, German, Jewish, Chinese, and that it's good people against bad people, and that we need to get involved to stop the bad people who come in all colors, then we can defeat corruption. Let's go ahead and go to Paul in Ohio. Paul, you're on the air.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. I have to apologize. I was on Tuesday for just a minute, and I was pretty short with you. But what I wanted to get out was I lived in a fluoridated town for 35 years. Now I'm 55, so I've been out of the fluoride for 20 years, and I've only been awake for a couple. But when I come out of the fluoride, I had a bad reaction. I never give it a thought until I listened to you talking about fluoride. Last year, my nephew moved out of the fluoridated city, and a year later, he had a bad experience. And it's a withdrawal symptom from the fluoride.
Well, I do know that there are withdrawals from poisons, and that your entire metabolic dopamine levels, other things change. And medical doctors have said on this show repeatedly, a whole bunch of them, that if you go off Prozac, you better go off slow, because it'll make you completely go psychotic. If you go off Ritalin, you got to go off slow. And if you go off aspartame, it is violent. Violent. I mean, it's like going off heroin. So, yes, I would have to ask medical doctors about fluoride withdrawal, but I do know that it does manipulate dopamine, serotonin and other things. So I would imagine that's the same thing. But so what was it like when you moved out of the fluoride area?
It's like you come out of a fog, Alex, and all the emotions and stuff that's been suppressed for all that long open up. You start feeling again. You start feeling sad. You start feeling angry. And when you first have that, it's something you never had before, and you don't know how to deal with it. You
start feeling evil. Well, don't worry, don't worry. The government's got new vaccines that'll never make you feel again.
Well, that's what they'd like to do to you. You know it. You know damn well that's what it is.
Paul, great points. I appreciate your call. I'll have to look into that, though. I would imagine that that's fact-based. David in Georgia, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex.
Hello, my friend.
In the 70s, I was given a copy of the little yellow book, None Dare Call It Conspiracy.
Yes.
And that led me to other books, one of which was Born in Blood, The Lost Secrets of Freemasonry, among many other books, which I have been awake since the middle 70s. I drove a truck for a number of years, and in truck stops many times on layovers, I would end up in the truck stop with a group of drivers around me attempting to enlighten them. And I'd like to give you a couple of things that I came to the conclusion of and see if you agree with me.
Yeah, tell me.
Communism is nothing more than the open, visible side of the secret society of the Illuminati.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Okay. And it was created by Engels and Marx with the help of the Illuminati so that the West could spend itself into oblivion defending itself against a perceived enemy.
Yeah, while they're fighting the outside enemy, they build up the very same system to counter that enemy within.
That's correct. And that in their writings, they said we would have 2 world wars and a third, if necessary, to bring about one world government. They would bring it about peacefully, if possible, or by force, if necessary.
No, I mean, that's all on record. That's the plan. Albert Pike wrote about that in 1877.
That's right. Mr. Weishaupt as well.
Yep.
When they founded the order. And it goes back to the Knights of the Round Table before that.
Well, yes, you had systems of commerce and secret societies, which were really just private intelligence agencies who learned how people operate and know the tricks to manipulate. And the public's been taught there's no manipulation, there's no propaganda, there's no corruption, as corruption grows all around them. And it's time for folks to wake up. Really good to hear from you, sir. I appreciate the call. Who's up next here, John? Trying to move quick here. Frank in Nevada, you're on the air.
How you doing, Alex? Nice to talk to you.
Thanks for holding, buddy. You're on the air. Welcome.
Okay. Listen, a couple quick things. First of all, keep not smoking. I gave it up in January. It's a great thing. You'll love it as time goes on.
No, I know, but did you feel kind of crazy for like a week?
Well, you know, like you, I've tried many times in the past, and this time I just made a mental, resiliency to not smoke. And because I did that, every time I started to feel that craving, I would just tell myself, I'm doing this for myself. This is for me.
No, I know, but I mean, the withdrawals. It's not even a withdrawal of even really craving. More of it's just like you kind of feel nuts for about a week.
Oh, I helped myself with that. About 2 months before I decided to actually quit, what I started doing was just smoking like cigarillos. In other words, I'd have a cigar once every 1 or 2 hours, I've started to wean myself off the nicotine. You see what I'm saying?
I've quit lots of times with cigars or chewing tobacco. Just where you have like one chew at night when you got to have it and smoke one cigar a day. But I never stay quit that way. I've just got to cold turkey it.
Yeah, you got to tell yourself. You got to just keep reminding yourself and keep a mental image of how nasty your lungs feel and how nasty your breath feels and how you're always short of breath and stuff. If you keep that mental image going, it helps you. It really helps. It helped me at least.
Well, if you keep the mental image going of you're going to get lung cancer and not get to see your grandkids, that'll get you off of it. I mean, I don't know what my problem is. I just off and on. I've quit smoking for 4, 5, 6 years one time. I mean, I've been smoking since I was 12 to 36, and I'd have to say half that time I haven't smoked, off and on. I'm just an idiot. That's why I can't go to parties where there's drinking. So I'm not a big drinker, but if I go to a party, okay, I'll have a beer. Give me a cigar. Give me one of those cigarettes. I can't go deer hunting. If deer hunters are chewing tobacco, it's sitting around that fire. Just give me that Levi Garrett, that Red Man. I got to have that. Oh, no. Hey, I'm out of time. God bless you, sir. God bless everybody else who's on hold. Retransmission's coming up at Infowars.com.